Mm. I wonder that was about. Hey, yo, what's up, K Trader? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I really don't expect much. I do not expect much tonight, but you just never know what happens. We had that big move to the downside during the earlier session. New York was able to make some really good money. Uh, I bought a 100K account from Top Step using that 30% off coupon that they got running on, which is valid until the 20th. So if you're trading Top Step, take advantage of the 30% off. Which I think is probably like the regular price. They raise the price and then do a discount to make it feel like you got a discount, but it was the original price. You said that you might try to pass it. What do you mean by that? Do you mean by full porting a position or something? What do you mean by that? Oh. All right, so honestly, I think we could see a big move here. We do have a dark pool level at 596 on the Qs, which is about 3 points away from where we are now. I wonder why it's not showing it. There we go. We got that dark pool level right there at 596. So. Wonder why would it ever think that that's what I would ever want? Okay. Well, very interesting day today. Had the market stop me out of a lot of winning positions today. But after the stream, I took a couple of trades in the new combine that I purchased, and I was able to get 2 back-to-back trades, 2 perfect entries in them, and it made me think. I was like, man, I made $1,200 in this account in less than an hour, but it just seemed like I just couldn't find the right entry earlier today. Even though I was trading in the right direction, which again is insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But I was able to end the week with gold. So I was in this move right here. At 63.9. At 63.9, I was in this move. And I was telling my trading partner, Smith, that I had the opportunity to take the trade on gold or to take the trade on silver. I don't ever want to be in 2 positions at the same time in 2 different accounts because I don't want to split my attention. I want to be focused on one account and one trade. So I chose to trade gold because I thought that silver was going to keep me prisoner in the position and that gold would, run to my target. And of course, it was the complete opposite. I had gold actually, I think I may have recorded it. No, I didn't. I said that I was going to start recording my trades so I can go back and watch them with a sound mind instead of kind of remembering it with an emotional mind. I can kind of watch it after the trade is done. But price missed my target by a couple of ticks, and then it runs all the way back to my break even. I thought it was going to come back and stop me out and potentially go in my direction again, but it literally rejected right at my break even right here. 63.9. Yeah, so it right here was my entry right there. 63.9. All right, so this is my entry right here. And you can see that price misses my target by a couple of ticks, 'cause I had a 14-point target today. It runs all the way like a couple of points or ticks away from my break even, and then it finally comes back and hits my target. And good thing, because as you can see, if this thing missed my target completely, you can see what happened in gold right after that. You can see that all the people that were short in this area, the ones that did not take profits, because if you look at the structure here, I mean, yeah, the market made a trend right there. All right, so there's the trend right there. And I think what people was looking for was the market to use the liquidity that's this rising support, all the liquidity underneath this rising support area. And I believe what people were looking for was a break, and to use all this liquidity that's sitting right at this trend line as support or as fuel to push this market lower. Honestly, I kind of thought the same thing too, but I decided just to get out at the 14 points and just lock out the account, which, like I said, I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, if I got super greedy here, I would have been highly upset after being up in the position. And if you look at the overall structure, I mean, you got the break, pullback. I mean, this leg break structure, what people expect is for the market to come right back down after you see a break of structure here. But I guess because price didn't break this low, I guess this whole move was just seen as a pullback. So I'll take the win. I'm done in this account until next week, so I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get this account back on track. I've been kind of playing around with it, and moving forward, I'm only going to have about $540 of risk every day. So just make sure that I got this set up correctly, and then lock out my risk setting until I get this account. Because I mean, today was another example of I would have been up in this account today, but for whatever reason, I mean, the market came back and stopped me out. Let me show y'all guys where I was at. I mean, it's just interesting that, I mean, it just stopped me out like that. It was, but what I will say is that I didn't trade on tilt because of that. But it is frustrating to have the market literally come back and stop you out. Like right here is where it came back, stops me out, and then makes this monstrous move down. So I did feel cheated in that. I felt cheated. But I guess we're just going to keep on jabbing here and see if we can find the next trade here. So I'm looking for the pullback here. I'm looking for a pullback. Oof. Just literally suck all the air out of the room. Insufferable. So I just actually before I came on stream, I watched a little bit of Landman. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with the show by now. And I think they did a great job of showing how insufferable people that try to exert their ideologies onto other people to adhere to is just insufferable. It was a great scene. Great scene. You can just really show it just really shows how people are bullies. And at the end of the day, they can sit here and say that what they do is for a good cause, but at the end of the day, it's just humans being humans. And they're just creating villains in their head to direct their anger and frustration at. That's all that shit is. They did a really good job of showing how insufferable people like that are. Just really sucks all the energy out of the room too. Okay. Okay. So this is where I'm going to participate at. If we get a pullback in this area, I believe that we could possibly see at least a retest or at least a move enough to get my target hit. I think we can at least get that. But we'll see. We'll see if we even get the pullback here because it's not like silver moves like it used to in the first place. Just like Gainweight has said, silver is going back to moving nice, steady, and slow and steady, which is boring, but I'll pull this order and just come back tomorrow if we don't see the pullback. It just seems like the Nasdaq is doing the same thing. We're not necessarily seeing any movement in the Nasdaq right now. The Nasdaq is consolidating in this range. So, hey, yo, what's up, Santiago? Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? I'm doing all right. Hope the Nasdaq and silver both showed their ass today, but I mean, I guess we're just gonna keep moving forward. And yeah, I'm very familiar. I think I saw that on one of Pine Tree Trader's one of his streams. He says that he likes to full port his Apex evals just to get them passed. And he'll slow down a little bit once he gets into the PA account. I mean, shit, if you got the 50Ks, I mean, shit, those things are easy to pass. You full port them. Hopefully they don't pull back on you. And you can get them shit passed. But he also explained that, how do I want to say this? He also said that he has the financial backing to also do that too. So that's why that plays a big part of why he does that. He can blow a couple of evals and be financially straight. He said that himself. I think he made that very clear on purpose. Because I don't think he wants anybody to follow him and blow a bunch of accounts, and you're racking up, if you're using your credit card debt, or spending a lot of money just to full port and try to pass these evals as quick as possible. And not everybody makes or receives payouts. If you're not receiving any payouts, there's really no reason to full port and pass the account, because you can't full port in the PA and get paid out. So you might as well just keep it steady. But if you want to full port and pass the account, just do it with it in mind that is very dangerous and you're gambling. You say you took a week off? What prompted the break from the charts, Santiago? Oh, because of the market. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I get it though. I mean, nobody, like, I'm already past the eval stage. I'm already in the mindset of just getting what are they called, the direct accounts, whatever you call them nowadays, direct, lightning, whatever you call them nowadays. I'm already kind of done. I'm past the evals. I don't care to be in them anymore. I really don't. So moving forward, what I probably do is maybe at the first of the month, I'll get a lightning account and just grind it out in a lightning account, or I'll probably stick with Lucid because they have silver. So, and of course I'll be trading silver, but I'm not getting any more. I'm not getting any more evals or funded accounts until I'm completely gone. Now, I did buy the Top Step account because it was like 30% off. But at the same time, like I said, I might have. Let me look at this. I might have just paid the old price. I probably got caught up in the. I probably just paid the old price, honestly. Because yeah, it was like what, $20 added to it. So 159 times 0.30. Okay, so they took off. I mean, basically they really took off. So it was $48 that well, let me see, because it was 118, so 59 minus 118. All right, so about like $40 is taken off. But it was really $20 because the old price is, they only added $20 to this new price, and it just took another $20 off. So I guess it's still cheaper because I mean they're selling the combines now for $160, but I paid $118 full price for a 100K. I may get one more. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I may get one more, probably on the last day, just to have. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, the trader shop? Hold on, give me 1 second. All right. Nah, I'm waiting on the pullback. I was short on gold earlier, and I'm glad that I got my target filled before it did exactly what it did. I was short right here. So I was in at this blue line at 63.9. And of course, gold chopped and chopped and chopped and chopped until it finally hit my target. And then I go back, or I walk away, and I come back to my desk and see that if I didn't take profits here, this thing literally squeezed higher. And honestly, I'm surprised that this even happened, honestly. I'm surprised because well, actually, I guess I'm not. I mean, you got the range, you got the break, they came back up, they broke structure to the upside, and this is the pullback. But you know, the crazy thing is, what I was just looking for was a retest of this supply area right here, because it broke structure, it broke this low, and I was just waiting to, I just wanted to trade the pullback here. I didn't expect it to do all this. I did not expect it to do all that. You said that you're long 49.09. Wow, okay. So shit, you're all the way at the bottom. So what made you get in right here? So the trader shop right now is at 49.095. So you're, dang, shit, great entry, bro. Like that was a great entry. Where did you find this entry? What gave you the confidence to take this trade? It's a great entry, man. Damn near that shit. This is the bottom. Shit. It's the bottom of the move. That's a great entry. Time and price. Okay. But yeah, that was a great trade, man. Yeah. Yeah, I found myself doing that as well. I found myself planning trades on gold. Like I come in front of my desk like as soon as the market closes. Identify areas where I want to kind of get in at, and just wait until the open and take my trades on gold, so I don't have to deal with none of the BS. Because once gold starts to move, that's when the BS starts to happen. That's when the BS starts to happen. Once it starts to move. All right, so I mean, it does look like we're getting at it looks like silver wants to break structure to the upside here, but I'm not going to get caught in no breakout. I forgot why I had this line here actually. Was this the low? Okay, yeah, so this was the low. Okay, so that's what that was. So this was the prior major low here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we already touched it already, and we're somewhat getting a rejection. So, and this is gold, by the way, if you're just joining us. Hold on. Am I hearing things? Was that just Smith? Did I hear something? Yes. I thought somebody just clicked on. But anyway. So yeah, so right now it's rejecting perfectly actually at the previous major low here. So I wonder if we'll see a pullback here. If we see a pullback, I'll be looking to get in around. I had it marked out on the chart. Yeah, so I'll be looking to enter long around Like maybe 461 or 961, right at that consolidation area. $961. Right there. Right there where all that consolidation at. It looks like a $961. I'll wait for the pullback into this area for a continuation move long. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, Alfred, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. I gotta follow my shield on this one, man. Hmm. All right, so the current major high and low on gold right now is current major low is at 945. So right here, 945. And then the other one is 988. 9984. And let's look at the 50% and see where that's at. All right, so the 50% of this range is at 71.8. So anything in this area right here will be considered premium. So any longs in this area right here, all right. So if price pulls back into this area, this will be more of a gamble because this will be premium of this range. You would kind of want price to kind of come into discount. And not only is this range highly probable, not only is is an order block, this is where price breaks out, but obviously is in discount. So we could see a bounce at that 50%. We could. But I'm going to participate in a trade down here where the odds will be in my favor if we get that. But I doubt it. I mean, we got CPI tomorrow. And the one thing that the metals love to do is trend when we have CPI or some kind of news involving inflation or something like that. They just trend. It doesn't mean that it'll do it this time, but that's historically, more often than not, that's what they like to do. So and the current high and low on silver right now would be already like at the highs right there. This is the major high. Major high is 7760. And the current major low is a 74460. 460. And I see where that 50% is. But like I said, I don't trade at the 50%. I don't care if it works. I don't care. I mean, well, if I trade at the 50%, it really has to. The only time that I would ever take a trade at the 50% is if we see like a big move like this. This is the only reason why I would consider taking a trade at the 50% if we have a big move. So we'll leave this on the chart and we'll kind of see what happens. I'll hold that back right there. And we'll see if the market kind of rejects, because usually the 50% usually works. And there's no coincidence that the market breaks the 50%. It comes right back to this area right here. It comes right back to the 50%. And then we see a rejection from it. So I'm looking for potentially maybe a pullback, probably like some failed. The bulls trying to take it higher, and then probably a move right back down into that range. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll leave that on the chart for reference. But right now, this is the current trading range right here that the market is trading in. Obviously, this is the leg that breaks structure. We're breaking structure to the left here. And now all we have to do now is just wait for the pullback. That's all we got to do. Just wait for the pullback. Thank you, Rug Kid. That's exactly right. That is blasphemy. I'll trade that way in evals, but in the funded account, emotions are too high. In the funded account, I just want to take one trade. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to be cute with it. I don't want to. I just don't want to do any of those things. I just want to keep it simple in the funded account. And either the trade is going to be a winner or it's going to be a loss. It just needs to be that simple. It just needs to be that simple. Because that's, with all that movement, it's just not, it's not repeatable. It's not going to work every time you do it. And I've been watching this psychology video, and I really think it's really good. I guess I should find it and link it in the chat. But the one thing that I've keep the one thing that I keep in mind from that video is that the relationship that you have with your mind and your body. Your mind needs certainty, or it's going to generate fear. And we all know what happens when humans are being fueled by fear. Nothing good ever comes from that. You have to build trust with yourself by having a consistent strategy so it knows what to do when you are overtaken by your emotions, or I guess I should say by my emotions. That is definitely true, because until I kind of found a singular strategy, a singular way of, or I guess a better word is an absolution trade. I didn't trust a lot of my trades I didn't trust that I would do the right thing. And I can't even fault myself for not trusting myself, because I've shown myself time and time and time and time again that if things don't go my way, then I'm going to take it out on my account, and I'm going to blow all of our hard work that we put in, and I'm going to blow the account, and I'm not going to care about it in the moment. I'm not going to care that it took me, it takes at least 5 days of consistent effort to receive a payout. If on that 4th day or 3rd day things don't go my way, I'm gonna blow it, and all that work is gonna go down the drain, and I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna be angry, but I'm not gonna care. And obviously, that is what your ego, your emotional self, whatever the hell it is that just destroys everything in its wake when it doesn't get its way. Once everything is destroyed, that feeling goes away. And you're just left with, like, damn, now I got to start over. All that hard work is gone. So, I mean, I made it into a thing, but I mean, there is a lot of thought behind why I do the things I do. There is a lot of if-then statements in why I do what I do. Yeah, I mean, I could do those things, but I'm not. Shit. I think this gold trade was a good example. If I put my my stop in the target here, you know how many times I would have got stopped out? I would have got stopped out one. So this is where I got filled, and it went in my direction. I think this was about like what, 5. So I got in at 6.9, 63.9. Yeah, so this is where I got in at. It goes in my direction. If I put my stop in profit, I would have got stopped out because it hit my break even so many times. You would have think that they were dating each other. It hit my damn break even. I mean, shit, it even came close to my target. Like this candle right here. You see that it came right back to my break even? It didn't touch it. It was 6 ticks away from my break even. But this candle could have stopped me out. And then went in my direction and hit my target. And this right here, that's the feeling that I'm always trying to avoid. This right here would hurt. And this right here will initiate or will activate tilt sherm. And we're full porting after that. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. And that's why I only try to just take one trade to prevent that from happening, because I already know that if it stops me out and goes in my direction, I'm trading on tilt. I need to get that money back. I just need to get that money back. Yeah, so. You said the indicator? I remember which one you're talking about. Yeah. Hey Tracy, so you said, can you do, remember the day I sent you that indicator, put on, see if it matches your fibs. What are you talking about, K Trader? You said if it matches my fibs? What are you talking about? Mm. Yeah, I guess not. Well, I mean, yeah, it is. Because I mean, it's unrealized profit is still profit. You gotta get that back. I mean, not only did that unrealized profit went to zero, it stopped me out. Oh, we gotta get that shit back in blood. Now, I mean, in this situation, me trading on tilt, it would have worked because I would have full ported at that candle, and I would have got my money back. But that doesn't always happen. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And the trader shop, yeah. So is your strategy similar to where once you take your first profit target, or if you take profit somewhere, you move your stop into like break even plus one, and you just let the rest of the position ride? I've seen people like they have like a 1-to-1 target. They take the first target, they put their stop, what is it, break even plus one, I guess, to pay for the trade itself, so it's risk free. And either they just let it sit there, or they trail it like 2 or 3 candles back. I tried doing the 2 candle trailing technique. That shit is not for me. Anything less than my target is just, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Because I feel vindicated. I can close, I can lock out my account, and I can come back tomorrow. If I have anything less than what I want, it's just, nah, the job ain't finished. I need to get back in there and get what I need to get. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's. I think this might. Let me look at my Nasdaq chart, because the Nasdaq has been kind of. I mean, we got this range right here. It looks like it wants to short, but I think it's a trap. And that's the one thing about the Nasdaq. You're never sure about what its intentions are, because if y'all guys were with me this morning, how many times did the Nasdaq stop me out up here before finally making this big move down like this? Excuse me. The Nasdaq stopped me out about 3 times. Now, I will say that if I had a bigger stop, if I had my regular stop, my 27-point stop, actually it would have stopped. I think it would have stopped me out at that candle. I think it would have stopped me out here. I think, or actually, let me look. So I remember it was like 24.75, 24.75 plus 27, 24.75 plus 27. So I would have got stopped out at 51.75. So it never actually. So if I had my regular stop, and I gotta stop trying to be cute with my stop. I mean, I have a 27-point stop for a reason. I was trying to reduce that to a 54 tick stop, but I don't think that's going to be. I was trying to cut my stop in half, but I don't think that's going to be. So that's going to work. So I'm just going to go back to my 27 tick stop, because I wouldn't have gotten stopped out at all because my stop would have been right here at 51 3/4. This is where my stop would be at. And you can see it didn't even come close to the stop earlier today. And I got stopped out for no reason, trying to be cute. And I would have been in this thing. But like I said, the metals kind of allowed me to see this. Honestly, if I was trading the Nasdaq, I would have been in this thing long, trying to go for highs that obviously the market wasn't even trying to go for. Or was I in the wrong spot? Okay, I think this was the area. My bad, guys. My bad. 51. Actually, yeah, it did stop me out. Never mind. Man, it did stop me out. My bad. I was in the wrong location. It did stop me out. It would have actually stopped me out twice if I with my 24 entry, but why was I trying to get short at 24? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That would be a scary color. That would be a scary color. You know, the Trader Shop, I was actually in the Top Step forum, and I think a lot of people are actually targeting that on gold as well. This dude is up, he was up like 50 points, 500 ticks on one micro contract. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, that is such a waste of time. Being up so much points on gold on one micro contract is such a waste of time. I would hate being up 50 points, 50 ticks. Or I'm sorry, not 50 ticks, 500 ticks. 500 ticks on gold with only one micro contract. He says it's an unmitigated weekly fib from January 26th. Isn't that interesting? So I shared this indicator with you guys this morning, and believe it or not, y'all guys see where the market bounced? Isn't that interesting? The market bounced perfectly at 722 at this level on this indicator. Isn't that interesting? It broke this low, and then it even used it as resistance to trade right back into this low. Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, are you trying to what Top Step? I know a lot of these firms did the same crap. Actually, you know what? You know what I might have done on the futures desk? Let me check. I might have done something, and I might have blamed them for something that I did. Okay, I thought so. I thought about this. I blocked gold on this account. Mm. It's called the initial balance. It's called the initial balance VWAP. Yeah, so it's by Trader Drysdale. Trader Drysdale. I think that's his name. I apologize if I'm not saying it correctly. But it's called the initial balance wave map. And I think he has this like bundled with like his course, or he has like something paid that goes along with this. But I find value in this indicator right here. It measures the initial balance, and then it just marks out the measured moves for the session. And then tomorrow, after the new initial balance, you can see that this was the old initial balance right there. This was the old one, so it just kind of leaves the old initial balances on the chart, so you can kind of reference them and see where they are. But yeah, we broke yesterday's initial balance, and we got that run lower. Also, oh yeah, you got the 150k, so you can trade 5. Yeah, that's. Yeah, Top Step kind of killed their 50k's accounts, but you know, I've adapted. I can get the job done with one micro contract on silver. I can get it done. I actually enjoy the extra drawdown instead of betting it all on 27 ticks. The 54 ticks does put my mind at ease a lot. I can stay in the move. I don't have to worry about the market volatility, because if the market stops me out at 54 ticks, I'm completely wrong. I'm just wrong. You shouldn't be giving the market 54 ticks on silver unless you're like swing trading, or you plan on holding the position for a very long time. But if you're trading intraday, 54 ticks is a lot. That's a lot on silver. 54 ticks is a lot on gold too. That's just a lot. Yeah. I've always had this this tug of war between the extra drawdown or the ability to get paid faster. You would think that I would just shoot for the 100Ks because they're in the middle, but you already know how that shit goes. The way that they have it priced, you're paying an extra $50 for an extra $1,000 in drawdown, $1,500 in drawdown. So it's like either you get the 50K or you get the 150K. The 100Ks just don't make sense. Unless like the 100Ks are for those that are like, yeah, I just like the 100Ks, but financially it just doesn't make sense. $1,500 of extra drawdown it does make a difference. The the 250Ks and the 300Ks with Apex, I can tell you from experience that it does make a difference. That extra $1,500 makes a difference. I've blown my 250Ks. My 300Ks with that extra 1,500 of intraday trailing drawdown saved a lot of accounts. A lot of accounts. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these orders if I'm gonna pull the order on my funded accounts if well, I only got like 4 minutes, and I don't think silver is gonna pull back. I mean, unless it just drops in the next 4 minutes, which is highly unlikely, and it'd probably be concerning if that were to happen, but. I mean, this does look like it's starting to downtrend in that we could see a break of this range, but we've seen this song and dance from the NQ so often that I just don't trust it. We know what a short looks like. If the market is making you feel like you should take a short in this situation and there's no follow through or conviction, you know that you're about to become liquidity. We all know how nasty the Nasdaq can be. We all know how nasty she can be. If she's making you feel like this thing is going short and she's not taking out lows or there's no momentum behind it, I feel like this is just an attempt to have all these sellers stack up all this buy liquidity so the market can use this to go higher. Because, I mean, actually, now that I'm looking at it, right now we have a rally. Dude. Okay. Nice. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know why the heck it did that. But yeah, my thing is on, so I don't know why I didn't. It's like, dude, my thing is on. I was trying to activate my arrow pin and whatever, dude. Okay. Yeah, anyway. So we got a rally, we got a base, so we should expect another rally. Now, we do have all that buy side liquidity right there. If the market can tap until these buyers sell stops, I guess we could, well, not could, we will see a move down and potentially taking out that low right there. But we got a rally and we got the market basing. So it's highly likely that we see a continuation move here, but okay. So there goes my alarm. I'm gonna pull this order right here on silver. I had an order sitting on silver, to go long if if we got this pullback. But what I'll probably do is leave that other order on. I'll leave this order on in my eval, but I'm gonna have to pull the order on my funded account and make sure that I don't have anything on my funded accounts. I think what I'll do though, mm, okay. I don't want to see my balance and I don't want to see the maximum loss limit, but we will keep the P&L and the real P&L up. Unrealized P&L and realized P&L. We'll keep that on, but I don't want to see my balance. Yeah, I think so too. Just based off the technicals. Rally based rally. It doesn't really, I'm not going to sit there and say it's 100% foolproof if you see a rally and a base. Well, I mean, this is a two-legged pullback into resistance. Yeah, I mean, you really don't see too often where the market, like kind of like right here. You see where you got a drop, a base, a drop, a rally, a base, and a rally. I mean, you really don't see it too often. You really don't. But this is silver, not the Nasdaq. All right, I guess we'll see. I guess all these instruments are starting to look like the Nasdaq. Like the price action just looks like the Nasdaq. I guess they said the best form of flattery is imitation, right? Well, all these instruments are moving like the Nasdaq. Can't even tell these things apart anymore. Mm. Mm, hmm. Yeah, that can work. Hmm. Hmm. Well, hmm, yeah. All the instruments right now are just all doing the same thing. They're not moving. Gold and silver is basically doing the same thing. They got this big move higher and it's consolidating in a range. Really a triangle, really. It's really a triangle of both silver and the Nasdaq. Or silver and gold. Nah. I mean, it really depends on what happens tomorrow with the breakout. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. Mm. Yeah. So, what's your favorite team, man? Yeah, that's definitely for sure. It seems like big money likes to move the markets when everybody is asleep. If you look at your charts, you'll see a lot of the markets setting up in that London time frame. I see a lot of setups happening around like 2 or 3 in the morning. a lot of good setups happening at 2 or 3 in the morning, which it's like, man, beautiful setup, man. No bullshit setups are happening when a lot of people are asleep. If you're not up, or if you don't have a bot taking the trades for you, I think that'll probably the only situation that I would allow a bot to trade for me is if my setup happens while I'm asleep. I'll turn my bot on then to look for my setup. Other than that, are you talking about the market bears or are you talking about the Chicago Bears? You grew up in Chicago? Hmm. Yeah, I grew up in South Carolina. South Carolina, throw your hands up, take your shirt off. Spinning around your head, spinning like a helicopter. Yeah, I grew up in North Carolina, or South Carolina. What that was about? I don't know what the heck that was about. Oh shit, I just realized that. I just realized that. We actually might actually get the market to actually bounce at the 50% here. Actually might bounce. He was born in Alabama. You know, honestly, I don't think at one point in time I considered moving up north, but nah, I don't ever want to deal with that much snow. I don't want to deal with that type of cold. Don't want to deal with it. I mean, here in Texas, for whatever reason, we get snow now. We haven't had snow in a while, but we did get extreme cold weather. 30 freaking degree weather and below, which I don't understand why we're getting that type of weather here in Texas, but I guess we're not going to talk about that weather machine they got. Or I guess let's just be more accurate. The device to just manipulate the weather. You know, like I find it funny that we learn about how the weather works, and we didn't think that the weather cannot be manipulated. And if anybody talk about, oh, there's a weather machine, you know, you are labeled as a derogatory term, a conspiracy theorist. You're never called a liar though. You're just called a conspiracy theorist. And that was like this big secret for a very long time until Dubai came out and it's like, yeah, we made it rain and with our weather machine, and it flooded the entire freaking the city. So it rained so much because they fucked with their weather, which I don't know why they wanted to make it rain so bad, but they couldn't stop it, and it flooded the entire city. And Dubai made it public that, yeah, we have our weather machine and we just made it rain. And then people just stopped denying it. No one ever apologizes for you being right, even though they was like, yeah, they got this weather machine that controls the weather, blah, 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 blah. I guess it doesn't control the weather, it just manipulates the weather. That's a more accurate term. It manipulates the weather. Which size account do you have, K Trader? You got the 25K or something like that? You got the Flex account, right? And I was actually going over Lucid's rules. I mean, I feel like as long as you get a payout, I mean, you got your return on the account. So, I mean, as long as I get one payout in an account, I'm not I don't complain if I blow it or anything. But I was reading something that I didn't particularly care for, and it's the minimum payouts. And some of these accounts, if you take a payout, the minimum payout will it'll put you in a very dangerous spot depending on how much money is in your account at the time of payout. The minimum payouts will get you. So you got the Flex account, Lucid Flex payouts. Actually, you know what? I was looking at the direct accounts. Let me make that very clear. In the direct accounts, your minimum payout is like shit. If you take the payout, you could blow the damn thing. I gotta remember that. I gotta be very clear about what I'm saying and what I mean. I get into the habit of assuming that y'all guys know what the hell I'm talking about. And if I don't make it clear, how the hell would y'all know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I was looking at the, cause I was thinking about getting a direct account with Lucid. And I was looking at their rules and I was looking at their payouts, and I was like, dude, minimum payouts is like shit. If I fuck up if I take the payout and then come back the next day and fuck up, that's the account. But so yeah, so Cave Trader, well shit, you might actually need more than that. All right, so I'm looking at the flex. You can only take 50% of your profits and only up to $1,000. So in order to take a $2,000 payout, you would need to be able, and I'm assuming, do you have to be above a buffer or something like that? Honestly, I really don't even have the mental capacity to read all of this. I'm just gonna assume that you need to be oh, I guess I can't do that, right? All right, minimum payouts, maximum payouts. Traders can request 50% of their account balance to a maximum dollar amount. Number of requests per account. Traders take up to 6 payouts from each account, and then they'll be moved to a live account. So you can only take $6,000 out of a 25K account before they move you to a live. 90-10 profit split. Trading days, the minimum amount of trading days is 5. Do you have to get above a buffer? I'm going to assume you have to get above. It says, yeah, they said no buffer on the account. Why do I need to? Okay. Yeah, I was like, dude, I don't see one, but okay. So I guess if you make $2,000, yeah. If you make $2,000, you can take out 50% of your account. And the maximum you can take out is $1,000, but you'll get paid, what, $900? A 90-10 split. The trader shop said you went to visit for the playoffs and it was -2. Yeah, so if it's getting below 0, yeah, I'm packing it up and yeah, I'm packing it up. Are you talking about the initial balance? Yeah. Yeah, that initial balance indicator is pretty decent, man. I mean, shit, we was able to get that big move on the Nasdaq today because of it. I'm happy to hear that it's helpful. Happy to hear that people are finding value in it, bringing it to your attention. So you're just looking for the minimum payout of 500? I mean, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way too. I feel the same way too. Because this shit blew past it on silver. It blew past it on silver, but I already have a system that I have with silver. I mean, as long as I'm trading, so like I said, I just like to use the fair value gaps as an indication that I'm in the right direction. So I'm looking for the market to pull back, and I'm looking for a long setup. And if I don't see like a fair value gap, I'll still take the trade, but I'll be more skeptical that it doesn't work. But I think a pullback into this area would be a high probable trade because there's a fair value gap. And we got price bouncing from these stacked order blocks right here. These blue rectangles are order blocks. So the market's already bounced from them. So I know that a pullback into this area will probably be a high probable trade. This right here, I mean, once the area has been mitigated, I don't necessarily trust that this will hold. I want to get into some unmitigated order blocks up here. This is actually a breaker block right here. Wow, it's also an initial balance too. So this is probably an area that I need to keep my eye on. I need to keep my eye on this area. We'll see tomorrow if it comes back to. Actually, let me mark it on my chart because this is a breaker block and it's an initial balance area. Let me mark it out. Oh, 7925. And the low of that candle is 78,755. Okay, so we'll see if the market comes back into this area tomorrow. We'll see. Okay. No. No, sir, it does not. Yo, congratulations on that, Cave Trader. The only time plays a factor in any of my trades is during the orb. That's the only time I'm concerned about the time. Asia Open or the China Open. That's another time that I'm concerned about. I have that marked out on my other chart. So yeah, that's the only time. I use the hourly chart for direction, but sometimes I just kind of just stick on the tick charts. I kind of just stick on the tick charts. I don't really reference what's going on a time-based chart. I don't know why I just never want to go to sleep, but then yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy this weekend. I think I made a breakthrough this week in my account. I think I made a breakthrough. Taking better trades, getting more consistent trades, and I'm getting the results that I want. I just have to just follow my rules. That's the only thing that I have to do is follow the rules. But sometimes I just want to trade and God damn. Sometimes I just want to trade and it doesn't seem to work out when I get really cute on these charts. It doesn't seem to work out. So I told myself I don't want to get to a point to where I have to write out a physical contract with myself. on some what is it called? Chainsaw Man type shit. But if I have to write a contract with myself because I just refuse to do the right thing, then I'll do that. Interesting. Interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, what's up, money printer? I'm not in anything right now. The market is not even, well, I got out of a short off stream, but I wasn't able to find anything. But we just been kind of chopping it up until it's time right now. It's actually time. It's time. All right, well, we'll see what kind of game the market wants to play here. We'll see what kind of game it wants to play. Because we got the breaker structure. So we got the rally, the market based, but we got the breaker structure right here. But even though we got the breaker structure right there on the Nasdaq, we're not seeing it flush. We're seeing it chop and we're seeing it trying to grind down. And usually when we get a breaker structure, we see a real stop run. So I don't know. I don't know what game the market is trying to play here. I really don't know. But I guess we'll come back tomorrow. CPI is at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern tomorrow. So just make sure that if you're not well positioned into something, that CPI can definitely move the markets extremely fast. I mean, we all know this by now. We do. Yeah, what's up, Tony Gold? Yeah, again, yeah, I'm happy to see that indicator is helping you out there try to shop. And you're asking me long or short. Well, I don't look at the ES. I mean, we can, but honestly, when it comes to the ES, I don't even know what's going on with the ES anymore. I really don't. We can definitely talk about Nasdaq though. I don't know what the heck the ES is doing here. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that shit's doing. But for the Nasdaq though, we kind of know what the short looks like. Obviously, the market is short. At least the momentum of the market is on the short side, but we're not seeing it act like the market wants to go lower. It looks like the market is trying to find support in this area right here. So, my opinion, I feel that the market is setting itself up for a big move back higher. I don't know when that's going to happen, obviously. I'm not a market maker or nothing. But, I mean, if we do see price break below this low, then, I mean, we'll see another big move down. But if I had to guess, I think tomorrow CPI is going to probably come in line with expectation. We'll probably see a big move to the upside. Or let me just say this. I feel like we'll see a big move and then the market will fade that move in the New York session. I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, the game that the market is playing is that if we have good news, then that's bad for rate cuts, and we could see potentially a rate increase. We could, because it seems like Powell is like, yeah, he's not with none of that shit about cutting rates or none of that. He said it himself. He said that he will cut if it's needed, but if not, he's not going to do it. And that's why we're seeing the good news, bad news. We're playing that narrative again. That script is being played again. So if we see good news tomorrow, that could signal that we could get a rate increase or not a rate cut. So the market might throw a tantrum about that and sell off. Or it might go higher. I mean, shit, who the hell knows, man? Who knows? Actually, let's look at the dollar, and that'll probably be that should give us a clue. Let's look at the dollar real quick. And then that'll be it for us tonight. That will be it. Let's look at the dollar. All right, so let's see if we can kind of get a clue. Let's look at the hourly chart, see what it's doing on the hourly, and kind of give us a clue of what could potentially happen tomorrow. All right, so the dollar is in a downtrend. I mean, with the metals trading as high as they are, I don't necessarily expect the dollar to be strong. I mean, we got price breaking down to the downside, and then the bears coming in and selling the retest. But we do got this fair value gap down here, so we'll see. I mean, we already got the market selling at the retest. You don't think we hit the bottom yet? Where do you think the bottom is? And Money Printer says that you think that will continue lower today was just a manipulation. I mean, I guess we'll see. Because, I mean, we all know tomorrow's Friday. I think we see a big move higher. That's my prediction. That's my forecast. That's my bias. I don't want to use that word bias. I'm using it in a way that says that that's what I'm assuming will happen. But I am willing to change that if I wake up tomorrow and the markets are trading lower. But I think we will trade higher tomorrow, and I think we'll take out that major high that the market has been rejecting at on the Nasdaq. That's what I think. Because we've taken out this major low. I mean, we might see a rejection at this major low, actually, or the previous major low. This is obviously not a major low no more. You can see that this was the major low, and you can tell that this used to be a major low because after the market broke through this major low, look at this stop run. Look at this move underneath that major low. So when the market retests this area is at 166. So I believe that we could potentially see 166 and then the market reject from this area. I would find it hard to believe that the market comes back to this area and we don't see a rejection. I would find that hard to believe. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. I mean, look at that. When you trade the Nasdaq so long and you understand her manipulative mind games that she plays, you just kind of know. You have a big like if you see a break of structure and you don't see a flush, that should be a red flag. That should be a red flag. Like How is it that the market breaks structure and it's a controlled drop? I mean, that right there is a red flag to me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We know what a break of structure looks like. We just seen it. We just seen it right there. It broke structure, and what happened? They couldn't even contain the damn thing. And it just kept going lower. So, like I said, I think we go long, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up tomorrow and it's short, or vice versa. But I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll just trade the reaction to CPI, because obviously the market is going. It doesn't matter what technicals or levels you have on your chart. When we have big news like CPI, all technical analysis is invalidated during that time frame. The markets will be moving too fast, stopping a lot of people out, and levels will be invalidated. So, at least during that time frame. So I would highly recommend just watching it and trading the reaction. But all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I do appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.